All right, people. This is Nathaniel here. I wasn't going to make a fourth part of the analyzing Lawrence finance because there's really not much more to say about it. But then I found another letter which I believe is worth sharing with the church. So this is where we were last times, and I did comment. The only person that sends me money is my mother, and she is on Social Security. And I did comment out it was disgusting. Like, Lorne, you were like, that was in 2011. You were like 41 and you need your mommy to send you money to jail. It's not like you have to get money into jail. Like, let's say you don't have any family or friends. You can just get by without money. I don't doubt that you enjoy your stay a little bit more because you have a bar of candy and some gum or whatever, but you don't need to receive money from the outside in jail. Many people, I guess, don't. I bet don't. And taking money from your mother on Social Security, the mother that raised you, that took care of you all those years, and now you're fucking 41, and you have to leash off her Social Security. I would have been humiliated. How can Lauren do that? How can he go like to the canteen and buy like stupid shit he bought for like 45 cents? What did you need to buy there, Lauren? Some toothpaste, but they don't give you toothpaste in jail? Or I'm guessing that you didn't like the flavor they had in jail of toothpaste, so you had to buy extra. I mean, look at what he buys. I'm sure most of that is stupid shit. Like you could maybe take maybe $50 once, but she sent him money like all the time, and she sends big amount of money, like $1,400, but she actually sends them like $120. That's a lot for someone on Social Security. $225. Like she probably had to sell something to send money to his son. Like she probably had to pawn something. Like she went like on his own and says, "Oh, poor, my little baby boy needs some money. I'm gonna sell my share. I don't use that share. I'll sell that share on Craigslist or whatever, and I'm going to send him the money." To take money from your own mom at 41, like you didn't have anything at 41, no? You didn't have money saved up in the bank account, nothing, and you go off. I mean, at 41, you expect your son to be well off with his life. You don't expect to be. Sorry, but this is getting on my nerve because, as I said earlier, he's scamming an old person, his own mother. It's even worse. Like, your mom did all that for you for years. Okay, so I want to show you the new part. So now they actually have like an order in court for the Informa Pauperis, and they actually like take the time to study it, like why, and they grant it. However, the plaintiff is required to pay the statutory filing fee of $350 under an installment plan. An initial partial filing fee of $20.90 will be assessed by this order. Like, why do you write an order for $20? Like, this is stupid. Like, the judge, I bet when he signed that, like, he's signing an order like $20. Like, this isn't worth my time. Like, what the fuck? You couldn't pay $350. You couldn't save some money your mom sent you. Like, if you're gonna scam her, at least scam her and save some for filing your case. The plaintiff will be obligated to make monthly payment in the amount of 20% of the preceding month's income meaning the donation. So now his mom is going to send donation. So Lorne, not even to give, not even so Lorne can get like some chocolate bar. She's going to send him money to pay for filing fees for a lawsuit that has no merits. Like, I would have felt humiliated. Like, if you're the mother, you contributed to that. I don't want to blame you, Miss Armstrong. You're probably a great person. I mean, I don't judge people I don't know. I know nothing about you, so I'm not going to judge you, but you contributed to this. Thank you. Thank you. As a learnographer, thank you so much. This might have never happened without you. But did you honestly think it was a good idea to make that lawsuit? Did you even read what Lorne wrote? Probably not. Lorne probably told her, "Mommy, mommy, I need money." And that's your son. I guess he probably played the emotional appeal. Like he cried on the phone and the mother felt bad, so she sent him money. That's the kind of shit Lorne would do. Why the fuck can you grow up and be a man, Lorne? Just you call your mom, "No, I'm in jail. I need money." Grow up a little bit. Like, Honestly, if I went to jail, and I hope I never will, but if I go to jail and there's like a chocolate bar and I need money to buy a chocolate bar and I don't have money, I'm not gonna buy it, and that's gonna be the end of the thing. And I'm going to lose weight, so that's a good thing, you know. Lorne, you could have stand to lose a few kilos in jail, but yeah, he probably played his mother like a violin on the phone, like, "I'm gonna kill myself, mommy." I did touch that point. That's the kind of vapid shit people like Lorne would do, threaten to kill yourself. Make monthly payment, blah blah blah. So the Lockhart Correctional Complex had actually to deal with that bullshit. Like if you're the accountant there, you have to watch out to take 20% of the preceding month's income. And what happens if you refuse to work? Like what happens if your mom stops sending you money and you refuse to work? Where do they take the money? That's interesting. That's an interesting question. Like if you have no money in the account, they don't take anything. That's so stupid. Like, to have a court order, this probably cost more than $350 to file. And again, where did the money from the truck go? Each time the amount in the account exceeds $10. So I guess Lorne now, because that's after he sent all his stupid sales and like purchased like 80 cents. That's after, that was in March 2011, but that one was made in May 2011. So if there was more than $10 in the account, they have to take money from it to pay for the $350. And I'm just guessing here, but I'm guessing that Lorne never paid it. Like he probably made sure there was never more than $10 in the account until the statutory filing fee of $350 is paid in full. Like a court order for that. Like some judge looked at that and said, "Oh yeah, we need to sell that for 20 bucks." I was there 20 bucks in the account, or did he send that in his envelope with his lawsuit? Like, "I'm sending money for the filing fee, but this is all I can send." Like, dude, seriously. Payment to the clerk, U.S. District Court. Oh, okay. Having filed a court preliminary review of the plaintiff complaint. Once the review is complete, an order will be entered informing the parties of what step, if any, must be taken. So Judge Joseph H. McKinley, he stood up that morning and said, "Today I'm going to solve conflict between two big companies. Today I'm going to apply the law and help resolve complex situation and conflicts. I'm going to be a judge today and help resolve some complex legal issues." And then he looked at what he had to do for the day and he saw inmate wants to pay $20.96 today. And he said, "Fuck, I have to do that today." Like, I wonder how much time he wasted on that. Like for 20 bucks. Honestly, I'm pretty sure that if the judge takes a sip of coffee while in the court, it already costs more than $20. Like that's ridiculous. This is just too silly to read. Like this is what you would expect from Lorne, basically, right? Then there's the memorandum opinion, and I guess he was still mad. Like if I was the judge and I had to do that, like you're gonna pay if it's more than $10. Like I know the judge think, yeah, I'm rich, but maybe not everyone is. But I'm sure the judge was pissed. That was pissed. And ironically, the clerk is also Armstrong. I wonder if that's Lawrence's cousin. Like, my uncle Lawrence is making a lawsuit. Maybe that's how it went so far. Like, maybe that's the only reason it made it to that point. I don't know. Is it not a big coincidence that her name is basically, and there's the L two middle name. It's like Lorne Lynn Armstrong, Vanessa Lynn Armstrong. I wonder if she wanted to date him when he came out of jail. But that's quite a big coincidence. It's another coincidence. Now it goes on. The judge says basically that's a bunch of bullshit, but whatever. And it's eventually dismissed, but we're going to see that during the last time. That one here is a scheduling for hearing. Blah, blah, blah. And I don't even know what that is, to be honest. Scheduling order. So to proceed his claim further, like that's pretty unfair. He already dismissed most of it bullshit, like a journalistic code of ethics. Disregard, blah, 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 blah. And now, I guess when Lorne received that, he was ecstatic, like, my lawsuit is going to go ahead, NBC is going to pay, and look what he's going to send as a letter. Like, that he resends, and then he goes with Marshall, because whatever. My name is Dear Clerk of Court. My name is Lorne Armstrong, and I have a lawsuit in progress against NBC Universal. He was so excited writing that. He had to write it. Like, dude, when the hell? I bet when they received the handwritten letter, they probably thought, like, this is some kind of joke. And this is really unfair because Lorne is in jail. He doesn't have the best legal recourses. Like, the way it should work, Lorne should have gotten a lawyer. Like, he should have gone to, we should have gotten a lawyer available to him. And the lawyer should have said, Lorne, you do not have a case. And that would be the end of the thing. He would have saved money and time. But I guess we wouldn't have that all that funny stuff. Look at what he writes. I was in Kentucky DOC custody at Luther Lockett Correctional Complex in Lagrange, Kentucky, but I'm now in federal custody. So I guess he was moved to New Jersey. That's when he was moved to the federal prison to have a trial on the federal charges of crossing state line to rape Kayla. I am writing to let you know that the right now my address is Lorne Armstrong, Jacket 207069. A new number for the lomography. He went from 222830 to 207069. So that number, in my opinion, is the number of neurons and brain cells that he has. And we can see it going down every time. I guess he was still in Kentucky. And then, if it changes again, which I'm expecting it will at some point, then I will write and let you know again. Thank you. Signed sincerely, Lorne Lynn Armstrong. He was going to go to New Jersey, but he didn't know yet, I guess, until he got his sentence. That's pretty stupid. Why do you need to get tried twice? Like, just give him 6 years in jail and shut up about it. Like, now he's going to have another trial, and that's going to cost a fortune. He's already convicted. That's fine. He was convicted on a state charge. If I was a federal judge, I would say the state charge is enough. Like, keep it that way. We're not gonna move him all around the country. Like, he's not worth that. Like, keep it in. Kentucky, he is your problem now. If you didn't want to have that kind of problem, you shouldn't have conducted this thing. And I guess they should conduct this thing. Like, they could create a zone in the U.S. that is in no U.S. state. And they should lure the predator there, and then they get arrested there, but they're not in any state. So they just stay there forever. And I would call that the Netherlands. Office of the Clerk, U.S. State District Court. He wrote his jacket number again. Like, when you see that, imagine you're the clerk and you receive that. What is your first reaction? Like, okay. Then you read that and you don't really give a shit, to be honest. And then we get to the not funny part. Court name District Court, Division 1, receipt number B33000187, civil filing fee, Lorne Lane Armstrong, amount $350, money order. So somebody sent a money order by U.S. Postal Service for $350, and that's the filing fee. So Lorne didn't even pay it. Somebody sent a money order to the court for a full amount of the filing fee. So basically, Lorne did all that for nothing. Like, all the informa pauperis, he did all that for nothing. Like, he had to go through all that. He had the trouble to get all that printed, and I guess it wasn't cheap in jail to print all that. He had to file a form and enter all that, and all that for nothing because somebody ended up paying it by money order. And who the hell uses money order? Like, I guess you don't have a choice. Maybe you can send a check, but people who use money order usually don't have bank account. I have to say that. Because you're going to send a check, it's cheaper. For me, checks are free, so I'm never going to use money order. So what do you think paid? Gwendolyn Linda Armstrong. And I like how she put this G small, like, I don't want my name to be tied on that, so I'll use my middle name, Linda. Nobody's going to know it's me. Like, I don't want Gwendolyn Armstrong to be written. So G Linda Armstrong. And then look at this letter. That's the best letter of the group. 45 Skowhegan, Maine, no, I don't know. Pool Road, that's Pool Road. That's where she used to live. She doesn't live there anymore, I think. And then look at that. It took me a long time to read it. And look at how messy the writing is. Like, she's not writing on the line. It looks like I must have been so fucking humiliated writing that. Like, to have to write a letter with your money order. There's no copy of the money order, but United States District C something. I think it's county or clerk probably. Bowling Green, Kentucky. Should have written in parentheses where Kayla lives. To whom it may concern. Same start as his son. And she has a very strange handwriting. And again, why is she handwriting? She is not in jail. Not that I know of. Like, you could use a computer, or they don't have computer in Maine. You could go to somewhere with a computer. That wasn't like 10 years ago. That was in 2011. Like, there's computer everywhere. Just go to the library. I guess you don't want to use a computer. You don't know how. You know, old people, and I don't mean that in a bad way, but they're scared of computers, and they're not like, oh, computer, I want to touch that. I'm going to write. I'm going to write. I'm going to sure of what I get if I write. If that's how you learned it all your life, you don't want to change. I send this money order to LLCC, and when my son, Lorne Lynn Armstrong, my son, Lorne L. Armstrong, she could have written, when my son Lorne has been discharged. Oh, she must have felt it. It feels bad reading that. If I was a mother, or even let's forget it, but I guess if I was a father, but if I was a mother and I had to write that letter, that would be the lowest point of my life, and I've had a lot of low points in my life. And when my son, Lorne Lynn Armstrong, has been discharged from there, they couldn't accept it, so I am sending it right to the court, hoping this is the right place. Please advise me otherwise. Sincerely, Gwendolyn Linda Armstrong. Fee for case. She wrote she's a good. If I'm a clerk, this contains all the information that you need to know. Her handwriting is very messy. It's hard to read. Feminine. She has a feminine handwriting. Lorne has a feminine handwriting too, but a bit more masculine. Like the O are less rounded. The I, they are. He applies himself to write. He has a good handwriting. He doesn't write cursive. I guess she does cursive. That's impressive. I learned it, but I never used it. But Lorne is a very feminine, but not as much. His mother is totally feminine. And honestly, Gwendolyn, you couldn't do better than that. Like, you didn't apply yourself. That looks like a rule sheet, that you buy like a 200 sheet for 10 cents. There's nothing wrong, but the least you could do was use a wide sheet. I guess not. A big white page, it looks better. Then she writes, Lorne has been moved. He is at Grayson. Moved twice. I believe the B is weird. I believe he is at Grayson in Letterfield. Imagine how you feel if you're a mother and you don't know where your son is. I guess, oh, my son is in jail. I don't know where, but he's in jail somewhere. That's horrible. It's not because she didn't want to. She's in Maine. What can she do? She's not like she can steal a truck and drive to Kentucky. She's not like her son. But at this point, why even bother to help Lorne? Just don't send it and keep the money. I can't believe this is the Mother of the Century Award. To do that for his son, she sent a fucking money order for $350. Why didn't you do the in pauperis, Lorne? You could have paid every month like they told you to. You could have worked at the jail for $30 a month. They were going to take $6 per month, 20%, and you wouldn't need to do that. But to have your mother send a money order twice because the first time it was returned. I believe he is at Grayson. Like, I'm not even sure where he is. I don't really give a shit, to be honest. Blah blah blah. In Leitfield, Kentucky. Now, unless they have changed him again, you can feel the frustration. Like, that Lorne was talking to her all the time. He was calling her to give news, and she was probably very angry that he was moved. And I understand that. Like, if you're in jail, you don't want to be moved. Like, you feel like a piece of cattle, which you are when you're a prisoner, and that really sucks. Like, it shouldn't be like that, okay? Lorne, of course, Lorne, I don't complain too much about it, but for most people, like, to get moved around jail, you lose your friends, your family, now they can't see you because you're further and they can't write to you. That's cruel. That's cruel. Not for Lorne. He deserved it, but he is waiting for his money to be transferred so he can buy mailing supplies. Oh, that's probably what Lorne said. Like, mommy, you need to send money to the court because I can't do it because I need to wait for my money to be transferred. My 83 cents. This hurts. This isn't fun to read, guy. Imagine the mother who wrote that on her desk, or she had the bureau and she wrote that. Imagine that. How freaking humiliated she must have felt. Oh, Not only send money to your son in jail, but send money to your son in jail who tried to rape a kid and was exposed on TV and has no future and has not even a penny saved up anywhere. And now you have to write that letter? Ah, oh, my heart goes with you, Gwendolyn. I mean it. I mean it. All this for a lawsuit that is going to be trashed pretty much in 30 seconds, flat. And then I guess he managed to get some better paper, like at the new jail. I know what kind of sheet this is. This is the cheap kind of rule cheats, you know. You have the nice kind of paper that is really like, it's very pleasant to write on. And you have the cheap version that is more thick and it's very like, it feels cheap when you write on it. And then you write, Dear clerk, of course, I wrote to you before to let you know of my getting shock probation from the state, actually from the federal, and now being in the federal custody. I did not give you the case number of my litigation, true, though, and that is the purpose of this letter. My address right now is Lorne Lynn Armstrong, jacket 207069, 320 Shaw Station Road, Litchfield, Kentucky. My civil action, I will be in transit for a while. That's one way to put it. Lord, you sick piece of shit. I will be in transit for a while. I believe, but I will be in transit for a while. I believe, but I believe that my serve out date with my federal sentence is in January of 2012. That's not so far away. That's like 6 months. It's not that bad. Then he sent another. Dear clerk, of course, I am writing to find out the status and the response from the defendant, NBC Universal Inc., to the complaints in my lawsuit. I guess he just couldn't resist like writing letters. That was like a couple of days. He sent one on June 29, and then he sent another on June 30. Like, is that like your new canteen? Except instead of going to the canteen every day, you're sending letters to the court every day. Wow. And then he sent another, like in July. Dear clerk, of course, I am writing to check on the status of service for the summons for the complaints to the defendant in my litigation. My name is Lorne Lynn Armstrong, and the defendant are NBC Universal Inc. The defendant is. My case number is, if you could let me know if the summons has been served yet, and the date it was served on, I would appreciate it. Thank you. This is just pathetic to read. Like, I feel bad. It's like making fun of a retarded kid. A retarded kid that wanted to rape children, so it's not that bad. But how can you be so stupid, Lorne? Like, wow. Wow, Lorne. Like, was the defense served? Like, I don't understand. Maybe he's in jail and he has difficulty following the process. But I guess the lady replying that was really tired to receive that. Like, you write to us every week. I'm not your mother, Lawrence. Start writing to us. You'll know when the summons will be received. Then there's a motion to Hillary Lane, but we're not going to talk about that. Pro advice and all. It's interesting, but that's not the topic for the day. And now the motion for extension of time. That's a really, really funny part. But I'll say that in another video. Thanks for watching.